Oh, don't fall, Lamp. Oh, don't fall. Hello, hello, Rhiannon here. Welcome to the channel. I'm a new face on here, so I thought I would do a tag to introduce myself. Book reviews aren't the only thing I'll be doing, but I saw Rose Books do one, and it looked like a good place to start. But first, the word of the day. I'll be doing a segment called the word of the day where I take a word that is either cool or weird or quirky and I explore its meaning. Usually only one meaning, and usually not very in-depth, but it's fun. I like words. I don't sell books for a living for no reason. So the word of the day is grace, meaning a sense of propriety or right, the quality or state of being considerate or thoughtful. For example, she handles her problems with grace and dignity. I like to believe that I do that most of the time. Not all of the time. I'm only human. That is the word of the day. Do you have a strange word, or just a weird word, or one you wish was used every day? If you do, drop it. Drop. Drop it down below, and we'll see if it piques my interest. So this is the new to Booktube tag created by Between Chapters. I'll make sure to link her also down below, and check her out. She looks pretty cool. So let's get into it. Basically, I'm going to read questions and then I'm going to answer those questions. Let's start. Where are you joining us from? I wrote it down as if I don't know. Rainy coastland. Not exactly wrong, mostly kidding. I'm from the Seattle area, not exactly Seattle. Around there. Hello, my fellow Seattleites. How about that snow? Yeah, we went nuts over snow. Always do. Okay, next question. How old are you? I'm 23. Next, why did you join Booktube? Now that's a complicated question. I've always wanted to do YouTube. I started like 10 years ago doing silly AMVs and trying to get the lip syncing right. I remember those days so fondly. Booktube specifically, well, I ran into Rose Books video shortly after, or I think it was exactly on the day of my grandfather's first year death anniversary. It was hard. That day was rough. But this kind of feels like sloppy goopy shit. His love of storytelling, his love of acting. I don't know, the man raised me. Had a large hand in raising me, at least. This seems like a really great way to kind of pay that forward. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm paying it forward. All of the wonderful experience and the gift that I feel he has been. I'm gonna share a little bit of that with you. That one's a tearjerker. This one's funny. What is the meaning behind your channel name, if it's something other than your name? Well, Rhiannon Renegade was an old RP character from when I was 11. Again, the same era as the silly AMV early YouTube, man. I think we all forget that YouTube is really young. A friend of mine actually drew. Let's see if I can make this focus. Here we are. I had to fix my light to make this work. There's my character. Wait, no. There's my character. Rhiannon. She was a Slytherin, and she was in love with Draco. And she was also in love with, like, her best friends, pair of twins, Karth and Alex. In love with Karth. And they were Gryffindors. I think I forgot to look at the camera again. Silly me. What type of books do you read or want to talk about here? Well, I mostly read sci-fi. I read a lot of fantasy. A lot of fantasy. I've been reading a lot more YA titles simply because people ask about them a lot more in the store. I've been reading some more children's titles, some young reader titles. Oh, no, computer. So I've got those, but you'll find just a various collection of things because I don't just stay in those genres. I branch out to fiction, I branch out to biographies. I've got a Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kaufman. I really have to fix my lighting situation. I'll get around to it. Anyway, Thinking Fast and Slow. It was a fantastic book. There's a reason why it's a New York Times bestseller and it won a Nobel Prize in economics. It's great. So you might occasionally see that featured. Da, 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 da. Right now I have a young adult title on the burner, and I have Neil Gaiman on deck. I have this beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm so excited for it. Make sure that you can see it. I just got it today, along with a new haircut, which is why I've been messing with my hair a lot. Next question. Who are some of your favorite authors? I like a lot of books, but when I like an author, it's because I like a large majority of their books. So that's still a huge list. So I'll only give you a couple, but it's a smaller list than the amount of books that I enjoy to read, whether they were good books or not. I just enjoy reading. So, authors, I've got David Eddings. So great. David and Lee Eddings, so great. I'll tell you about it sometime. James Clemens, of course, Rowling, J.K. Rowling. I RP'd for so many years. I'm a Hufflepuff too. Let's be real. Tamora Pierce. I have her books here. Erin Hunter, of course. You can't see them, but I've got a whole bunch of her books. Not all of them, because seriously, that team of writers, very prolific. And I didn't like all of them, but I liked most of them. Patricia Briggs, I really like her Alpha and Omega series the best, but I just generally like what she writes. And then, of course, Anne Bishop. Anne Bishop, Anne Bishop, Anne Bishop. I will talk about her book sometime because I feel like a lot more people should be reading her books. And I feel like there's a lot of people who do read her books, and I want to talk about her books. I love her books. I love her books. I cannot tell you how much I love her books. What is the last book you read? Merlin by T.A. Barron. That's the one that you'll be getting in a review very soon. Fantastic book. Merlin. What do you use for bookmarks? I use everything. A lot of times it's receipts, but I've got this cool like Harry Potter bookmark gift card thing. My mom made me bookmarks, lots of bookmarks. Everyone knows I love to read books, so they try and give me bookmarks, but I just post-it note. And if I flip through the book and you give me a couple minutes, I know exactly where I'm at. Next one, show us your to-be-read pile. Do I have to? I would have to lift my entire library. No joke. I want to reread all of these things. Not my textbooks. I don't want to reread. Not all of my textbooks. Some of them, because I keep my textbooks, guys. It's a problem. And I have more books in boxes. I would fill up my boxes because I haven't put them all away. I have a problem. I have to talk about my problem. These book reviews, Booktube, you are going to hear all about my problems with books. What do you prefer, hardcover or paperback? I don't care. It really depends on what it is. For example, I've got some things that are just like kind of trashy novels, and they're paperbacks, and like some of them are missing their front covers, and I don't care. Others are like Swords of Riverside by Ellen Kushner. Fantastic book. Or it's a twin series of books. Fantastic. I wouldn't want it in anything but hardcover because I would it needs to be hardcover. There's just some books. I'm sure that some of you have those where there are just some books that have to be hardcover. For example, all the Harry Potter books. They have to be hardcover. There's no other option for me. But I mean, all of the Warrior series written by Aaron Hunter, they're all in paperback. There's a couple that's in hardback, but that's just because I got them brand new. And I didn't want to wait 6 months to a year for the next one. Which do you prefer, ebooks or physical books? Physical books? I feel like at some point I'll switch to ebooks, simply because there's a lot of books I want to own, which leads into the next one. What do you prefer, owning or borrowing? I prefer to own my books. I like to borrow books, but there's something about having the book and always knowing you're going to have the book. And when you don't have the book, when you let it go, it's for a reason. I mean, you owned this book. You either picked it up at a garage sale or you picked it up for free, but you are the one who picked it up and said, yes, this is worth owning. So I like to own my books. What book or series got you into reading? Actually, you want to know the truth? Video games. My dad would play Monster Rancher on the PlayStation, and we would play Pokemon, but I had no idea what was being said. I was like 4, and I kept asking, what does this say? What does this say? What does this say? And he was very patient for a while, until finally he said, figure it out for yourself. Now, he didn't say that for the excessively hard words. He made me read things. He made me figure it out. And when I figured out he wasn't gonna just tell me whatever was there, I started reading for myself. And then I fell in love with reading. And I just never stopped. I think the first book I actually remember reading, like the first novel, despite having a million books on my shelves that I know that I read, The Trumpeter Swan. I still have it. This was the first book. This was the first book that I read. That and The Wizard of Oz. Which, I don't have my copy of The Wizard of Oz anymore. That's a problem. Maybe it's in a box. I'm a rectify that. How did you discover Booktube? That one I need in my notes. What did I say? Oh, Rose Books. I know her in real life. When I heard this was her pet project, I looked into it. I just started watching. She's got fantastic reviews. She's very good at what she does. You should go check her out. I'll link her below. What challenges do you think you'll face on Booktube? Nerves. Definitely nerve. This isn't the first video that I recorded. I didn't even just decide that I was gonna record a Booktube video first. I reported some gameplay videos and I scrapped all of them. All of them. I was nervous as hell. That dreaded word. I'm so nervous that I'm not even looking fully at the camera. I can see right here. I can see me. And that's very important. I can definitely tell when something weird is happening, and it's great to know, like, well, that my lighting is shit and that my web camera is shit. But so nervous. I'm sure all of you have that experience and those troubles. And maybe I'm just whining. I'm nervous. Also, I have really basic equipment, and that makes me shy. I mean, I've got a laptop and my webcam and some software and lamps. I've got one over here that's blinding me. I can barely see it. It's why you can't see my eyes very well, because it's blinding me. And then I've got a lamp here. It's not so blinding. Another trouble I think I'll have is gathering an audience. I don't know how you all gather your audience. I don't know how to reach the people I want to reach. That being said, the last question of Booktube, of the new to Booktube tag, is where else can we find you? Link up. Shit, where's my, there's my, okay. I'm playing around with Goodreads. I probably won't do Instagram. My phone doesn't have that much memory, and I've got other important things to me on there that I'm not erasing. Right now, I have a Twitter. It's the only reason why I use Twitter. Is here. Is you. Is book reviews and gameplay videos and random rants about cats. That's all I've got for you. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know why. I want to improve. I want to make things better. I'll start looking at the camera more and less at myself on the screen. See you soon. That messed up. Do it again.